Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for the second game here. That first game, a bit of a roller coaster between the two sides. Cybercats and X3, both of them looking really good, but in the end, only one team can win. And it was Cybercats that took the victory. The Morphling just not looking scary enough as the Alberca Nature's Prophet look to get a lot of harass out, just right-clicking through the damage that Nesphia was putting out there as well. Kira Jr. give up a couple of kills, but in the end, with the good jumps with the Orchids, being able to get himself in with the Hexes there as well. The BKB's coming out on the Lincolns, so he wasn't being controlled. And Zeneca, with some amazing 4-5 mana RPs coming out, was just able to control them onto X3, and X3, there was nothing they could do about it. And we can see that, X3, even though they look good coming into the series, looking like the favourites. So, just above Cybercats. Cybercats showing some fight, really being able to punch back here up against X3. And X3, they need to pull something out of the bag here. Cybercats, they do want to take this series in 2-0 fashion. They want to be moving through, with a first victory here and not pushing it to a game number 3 where anything could happen. So Cybercats, we'll see how they're going to get this draft out. If I'm Cybercats, I'm looking to pick up that Ursa. I think, here in this second game. You just looked so good on it yesterday. The hero looks amazing. As long as the kite isn't coming out. So yeah, if I'm Cybercats, I'm looking towards picking up that Ursa and just moving through and looking to dominate again. Just play like you did yesterday. Get the Battle Fury out, but don't just go AFK farm. Get yourself into the jungle, get your farm up, but look to get aggressive with the rest of the team as well. So Cybercats, if they can get a good aggressive lineup, take that pressure to X3, there isn't any reason they shouldn't be able to take this game, take the series in 2 games. So we will find out soon what the draft is going to be. But yeah, actually, they want to fight back. They want to force this to a game number 3. They don't want the idea of tiebreakers to even cross anybody's mind. So they do need to be taking the victory here today. They need to be looking at forcing it all the way through, this series to the full 3 games, and then looking at taking at least one more victory in whatever series they have left, and that would put Cybercats as well as HF adrift with no way to catch up if they took the series here today, as well as one more before the end of the season. Meanwhile, Cybercats X3, what is the draft going to be? We will be taking a look right now as we see the bands coming out. This time it's going to be the Death Prophet, so, ooh. With X3 having that first pick as well, do they actually ban... No, the Brood doesn't get banned out, so X3, do they want to be picking up the Brood Mother? They don't. They go for the tree, so maybe leaving this for Cybercats now. Cybercats having a quick think if they want to pick the Brood Mother up themselves. A bit of a longer think, actually. With the tree already being here, though, do you want to pick that one up? Because the Nature's Grasp is going to be coming through. Slow those spiralings down. The overgrowth as well. Onto the Broodmother herself when she tries to run herself away on the webs. I'd honestly let it go. There are answers to it as well. The Rubik's coming out, the Snapfire's coming out, anything with a lot of burst damage that does AoE damage, being able to deal with the Spiderlings. Another Morph with a Waveform. And if it is going to be the Ursa as well, the Battle Fury, you can push back. I don't like the way the current Broodmother builds, where you build into the Greaves. I know Greaves are really strong, but yeah, Cybercats, they just go straight for the Naga Siren. They say, okay, we leave the Brood too if you want to go for it. The Hoodwink comes out as well. So if you want to go for this Brood pick, good luck. We've already got the Naga Siren coming out. So X3, which way do they go with? I mean, the Naga Siren is a really hard hero to take down as well.
10 seconds remaining.
These games, they haven't been quick.
5 seconds
So the Naga
remaining.
is going to be given the time and space to get up that heart, to get up the Orchid, Manta Styles as well as Butterflies. And yeah, if it is going to be that Broodmother pick here for X3, it's a big risk. What else? They could just go for the Rubik, position 4 if they wanted to. They're going to go for the Pangolier. Immediately, the Ember Spirit ban comes out there as well. So, excuse me, as the Pangolier comes out, that is 2 answers on either side for the Brood. I think the Brood just gets left in the draft. Yeah, the Morphin taken away here from Cybercats. What would you want to look towards? I mean, it's really hard to fight into the Naga Siren as well because of that shard coming out a little bit later on in the game. So you do get the heal onto your teammates with the song.
Remaining.
So
Radiant team ban.
you can take half of a fight, and look for that reset. If your teammates are low, you get that half a fight out, pop the song,
Dire
and then
team
if
ban.
anyone's BKB'd, you look for the pickoffs on those heroes while your teammates are healing up through that song. And then an off laner that does have the potential to go for a Greaves as well, that would benefit from the Greaves. So again, the DK could come out for the Greaves, but you might actually want to go for the
10
Blink Dagger
seconds
first.
remaining.
Snapfire
5
offlane.
seconds
That is
remaining.
another pickup that we have been seeing the past few days. But yeah, a lot of the heroes in that offlane, God, do you actually go for the Darkseer? Enigma is another one that we see, goes for those Greaves first. Again, I'd rather see the Blink and the BKB for the Darkseer and then into the Greaves, but teams really looking to jam those Greaves into the offlane hero. And sometimes it doesn't work. For me, at least, sometimes I look at the way the game gets played, and yeah, cool, you have that Enigma that's got the Greaves, but you're not able to get a blink in, get that black hole off, and you get one black hole in about 35 minutes worth of gameplay. So X3, actually going through this reserve time for this next ban, they ban out the tiny slugs. Will be taken away here from cybercats. So cybercats just full on banning out the carries.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, Bat going out once again. What do cybercats not want to be playing up against here? More than likely going to be the mid lane Pango.
Radiant team pick.
Which is why you do
Dire
ban out the Bat. They
team
take out the
pick.
Snapfire themselves. And go back for the Rubik. So what? A position 5 Hoodwink, maybe? On the lane with the Naga Siren. It's not bad. The ensnare into the Bushwhack. Could set up for a kill or two here in this lane. Mule X3.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they do ban out the Bat because the Pango, if you get a blink in and get the
5
lockdown on with the
seconds
lasso,
remaining.
can really delay the Rolling Thunder to come through. And Panglia, if that's one thing he needs in these fights, is just to be able to get off the immediate Rolling Thunder, either for the engage or just to be able to get the disruption out through the rest of the fight. And X3, what is their next pick? Again, coming through a lot of this reserve time. Just thinking about this next phase. They have 2 as well, so they can go for the, the 2 at once if they want to. But I'm just thinking, what else? I mean, they could go back for the Nature's Prophet. Oh, excuse me, taking that away from Cybercats. If they want to. The ranged hero with the Treant Protector in the lane, we know how good that plays. We see it pretty much every single day. Usually every single series. Let's go for the Timbersaw, actually. That's 3 big tanky boys, though. Do you... No, you don't run a Hoodwink core at all. Go back to the Undying. No, yeah, it's still going to be 3 strength heroes to come out for the side of X3. So any way to benefit from this on the side of Cybercats?
Radiant team pick.
And they go for the Mirana. What have you got in terms of setup for the arrow, though? Just the overgrowth? Maybe the Treant Protector once he gets that shard as well, when you get the entangle that way, but not a whole lot to set up for this. More than likely is going to be the position 4.
10 seconds remaining.
Or Treant in the offlane with the Timbersaw.
Dire team ban.
Storm Spirit.
Yeah, Cybercats, they go back for the Storm Spirit. Did really well in that last game. The dive potential as well. If you go straight for that Orchid, being able to get a kill just to jump onto the Mirana, get the Orchid off and stop the Mirana from being able to get the leaps away. Not the biggest, tankiest hero in the world as well, so you do get that shutdown onto the Mirana.
10 seconds remaining.
Even onto the Pangolier, because the Pangolier in that last game didn't want to go for an early BKB, remaining. I don't believe. No, wanted like the Yule Scepter, the Diffusal Blade, 4 staff as well, the shard to come out. Didn't actually go for a BKB
Radiant
at all.
Team ban.
So if you go for another Orchid on the Storm Spirit, you could get into the Pangolier's face and stop that Rolling Thunder from coming through. Lotus Orbs from the Timbersaw might be quite nice, a Yule Scepter if he does want to go for that, but you're forcing out that defense's Yule Scepter from the Pangolier.
10 seconds remaining.
As the Tide here gets removed from X3.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, the Centaur is still there. I really wouldn't mind that for Cybercats. We know how deadly that Rubik Centaur combo can be. They ban it out the Ursa. Yeah, makes sense. Cybercats not want to play up against this hero. Even with the Naga Siren on the side, even with the song, the Ursa Burr is just really powerful at the minute, really good in the meta.
Radiant
So
team
just taking that
banned.
away from the side of X3. Does he take out the Lycan? I wouldn't mind seeing a DK here. Even though there is a Timbersaw out on the field, you know, he's just a big tanky boy. There's not a lot of burst damage on the side of X3 to get through him. Whereas X3 could look for something like the Terrorblade.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I really would like to see the Dragon Knight come off for Cybercats. Big tanky boy
5
takes towers
seconds
down as well.
remaining.
Can get up close and personal with to set up for stuns. Goes great with the Rubik. The damage reduction. Think of the damage reduction in this lane for the Breathe Fire, as well as the Fade Bolt. So what does Cybercats want to ban out?
Dire team
Again,
pick.
just taking the time. Actually, the Pudge. Yeah, I could have seen that. The stun out with the arrow potentially into the hook back. Or the slow from the Nature's Grasp into the hook back into the rot. And then you've still got to cross the Nature's Grasp anyway to get
10
away.
seconds remaining.
So Cybercats taking,
5
again, the big
seconds
chunky
remaining.
heroes out of the Ursa and the Pudge. And 20 seconds left on X3. What do they want to be picking up?
Radiant team pick.
Faceless Void.
It's going to be the Faceless. Cool. But you still got to worry about the Bushwhacks. And the Song. And the Telekinesis. Before the BKBs, at least. You know, the Telekinesis as well as the Bushwhack,
10
the Storm Spirit,
seconds remaining.
the Vortex back as well.
5 seconds
So what does
remaining.
Cybercats want to play into this Faceless Void? Again, DK, Centaur, Primal Beast, something that's big and tanky that's got a bit of jump on them to get onto the Faceless Void before the Chronosphere comes out. Interestingly enough, it is going to be the Faceless Void into the Rubik. So could potentially lose that Chronosphere, you know, and have the Rubik turn it around back onto his team. Yeah, just over a minute left to pick here for Cybercats. What else could be in the off lane? Looking through the heroes. Up against this Faceless, I wouldn't mind something like a Viper or a Razor. Razor looked really good in the Christmas meta, you know, the pre-New Year's meta, but all of a sudden just isn't being played. A Dawnbreaker as well. So as soon as that Chronosphere comes out, if the Dawnbreaker's not caught inside it, you throw out the Solar Guardian. It's going to be the Doom.
Choose your
Doom,
hero.
another good one. Yeah. Why worry about the Chronosphere if you can't cast the Chronosphere? So Zenica will be playing this Doom. Can come and do a lot of harass over time onto the Faceless Void as well. The Infernal Blade as well as the Scorched Earth in the lane. Yeah, it gets hard for the Faceless Void to stand up close to the Doom, especially when you've got... I guess it's the Hoodwink. Yeah, JSV on the Hoodwink again. Okay. So some harass has come out into the Faceless Void. On the other side, it is going to be Dark on the Treant Protector and alone on the Mirana. So, 5 Treant Protector, 4 Mirana. Okay. A decent amount of burst from the Starstorm to come out against the Nagasaran Illusions. Trying to clear those 1-ups with the Chakram as well. Or the Whirl and Death from the Timbersaw. Charles Burker with the Mirror Images. They're not going to be lasting a hell of a long time. In the lane, at least. But again, I can't call it between the two teams. They are super close. In terms of power level, you know, in terms of potential to come out here. Cybercats looked really good in that first game, turning around that end game fight, you know, to get themselves in, get the victories, force out the buybacks, and then take the fights and move up to through the mid lane to end the game. X3, they've got to be on their toes into this second game, and Cybercats, they have the mental going the way. You know, they have the momentum as well, building into the second game. So let's see what Cybercats can do with that. And again, they absolutely, I mean, both teams need the victory, but Cybercats, they desperately need this win. But guys, before we get into it, we're going to be taking a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB. Check it out.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, right into this one. No pause, nothing like that, as we're going to see 5-man smokes coming out from both sides. And I get the idea behind it because you want to defend your trees. You know, you don't want these Quelling Blades to cut them down. You even see the Nagasiren moving over here to the off lane, just using these Quelling Blades to cut the trees. Yeah, Seneca coming through. So it looks like X3, they're going to try and make something happen from this, but Force on the high ground. Does get pinged out now, but Force going to be able to walk himself away. Has that sentry, but I don't think... How are the odds looking? Cybercats. Okay, Cybercats are going to be a little bit
30 seconds to battle.
of outsiders here in this second game. X3. So EGB maybe liking that draft a little bit more as JSV, the chase down comes out, has that bushwhack, gets the double bushwhack, but can he get himself away from this one? Chira maybe looking to set up here with the remnant, just the body blocks to come out, and Nesvia taking a punishment shot from the tower there as well. So Jess gets himself out of the back lines. Fortnite could be taking a shot. I can't call him that. I can't call him just man either.
Begins.
FM taking shots from the tower. Seen underneath that wall. How are the runes going to go? 2 for 2? Yeah, not a big trade there from either side. And Natty coming into the mid lane. Up against the Storm. I mean, you do need to be careful about these remnants coming forward here. That Natty, he's going to... I actually don't think that connected. It might have done. Yeah, he took a little bit of damage from that remnant. Chira just going to try and force him back. It's where you've got to worry around the level 2. You know, when you've got the overloads coming out now as well, the extra damage that's built up onto Natty, especially as that mid lane hero, as a melee hero as well. He's going to try and do what he can with the shield crashes as well as the swashbuckles, but I completely blanked on the name of that spell. But yeah, it's still going to be really hard to get these last hits. Numall in the off lane. How's it looking for the Doom? The Doom, he's actually going for the Scorched Earth at level 1 and not the Devour. Usually you do see the Devour coming out, you know, to try and just get yourself up, just secure the range creeps. But Zeneca at the minute, he wants to be throwing the Harass out onto Dark, onto the Faceless Void, and it is a lot of damage over time, so Netsphere not able to just time walk it off all willy-nilly like you would be able to with an Infernal Blade. Meanwhile, Jesvi taking a lot of damage from the Leech Seed, being chased down by Dark, but he's got that movement speed how much faster? By about 5 over the Treant. You know, God, I thought Treants were slow, but yeah, the Squirrel not that much faster. Bottom lane, though, FM going to be caught out. Did he get the kill? It's a lot of damage, but it looks like it is going to be with the Fade Bolt. Yeah, and Force picks up the kill there, so one FM kill onto the other, and alone he has to use that stick to keep himself alive. No telekinesis, no Fade Bolt, but right clicks. And Morano was one right click from going down there. Force Major, he was looking for the double in the lane to start that lane off with a really good start from Cybercats. And Timbersaw, not going to be liking that. Yeah, Scorched Earth comes out in S-Sphere. Does he just time walk himself away from the damage? Nope. And Zeneca, I like this as well. The Devour comes out, the Scorched Earth. He just wants to keep the pressure on the lane. Every time that Scorched Earth is available, got himself the 3 mangoes here as well. Every time the Scorched Earth is available, you just keep this lane pushed into the tier 1 tower. You keep Nesvia trying to last hit underneath the tower. The Bushwhack comes out now as well, and Zeneca, level 2. I wonder at level 3 if he goes for the 1-1-1, picks up the Infernal Blade. Just to deal with Dark. You know, just to be a pain up against this tree. The tree's taking a lot of damage from JSV as well, with the Bushwhack shots, with the Acorn shots as well. And back on the bottom lane. How's FM doing? Quelling Blades wants to go in towards those raindrops when they're available, because yeah, Force able to put out a lot of magic bursts with the Fade Bolts. Riptides as well. You know, even the level 1 in that, it's hard for the Timbersaw to fight into because of the change to the living armor. We don't really build it up all that quickly, and your max stacks are at 10. But he might be able to make another dive happen here again. Bottom lane, the Riptides, FM, can he get himself away from this once again? Timber Chain comes out this time. Yeah, and Alberca just backs himself away. Force Major to back himself up. Top lane, though, Netsphere taking a lot of damage. Has to go for that time walk again. It's going to be the 2 points into the Scorched Earth from Zeneca, so no Infernal Blade to come out. But maybe at level 4 here, bottom lane alone. He's got to be so careful about being caught out. FM now as well, that Fade Bolt. Telekinesis, does he want to try and go for the drag back into the Fade Bolt? Maybe, but alone. What level is he on the Rubik? Level 3. So 2 points into that Fade Bolt. Could have potentially been a kill there. The damage 175 with the telekinesis and a couple of right clicks as well. So Mirana with the regen from that Tango. But yeah, for FM, really not having a good time in this bottom lane. 24 last hits for the Naga Siren. Only 10 now for Fortnite. And the Fade Bolt does bounce through. Not onto Alone though. Not cancelling off that clarity. And Force Majeure, telekinesis to drive back onto FM. FM with the Timber Chain. But Alberca wants to run himself up here. A point into the Ensnare comes out as well. So if he goes with the Timber Chain away, Alberca could go for that Ensnare. Keep him locked down. I have a feeling Rubik just wants to carry on throwing out these Fade Bolts onto Alone. You're blocking the side camp now as well, just with his own body. And Alone, yeah. Going to be taking a lot of damage. Dodges off the arrow now. And Alone, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Telekinesis, do they want to get the drive back into the Ensnare? The Ensnare actually comes out onto the Mirana. Mirana, Starstorm, but with the Riptides, the right click, one more. Alone, he was one right click once again, but now Alberca's going to change targets where those mirror images are going to come from. The telekinesis, Timber Chain, one more right click. Alberca gets it with the Riptide. Meanwhile, on the top lane, you see Alone again, yeah, taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Zeneca, level 3. So close to the level 4, the Bushwhack comes out, the Scorched Earth, a lot of damage. The Infernal Blade doesn't even need it. The right click, I think that was mid-time. No, it was on cooldown. He'd already used to get himself away, of course. Of course. But level 4 for the Doom. What's he going to opt for on that 4th point? Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we've not checked in with the mid lane for a while. How's the Pango doing in terms of last hits? He's only a couple behind the Storm, so it is going quite well for him. He's taking a lot of harass, but is that the bottle there? It is. It's an empty bottle, but it is a bottle. He's going to be able to get the refill as well for Alone. Just keeping it into the mid lane, refilling that bottle for Natty. A quick reset for him.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Chira. I mean, Chira's having a really good time. Level 6 now as well. Has to be careful. Alone's going to be rotating in, but does he try and go for the kill? The Vortex comes out now. Chira. There's going to be the TP coming in from the Rubik now as well. Rolling Thunder. And Alone could be the next target. But the Vortex drag back. Yeah, Natty now just going to try and use that bottle. Bottom lane. The deny onto it. No, he gets the bottle onto the regen rune. So Natty now will be able to come right back into the lane. Force. He's quick with those dodges onto the arrows there. But yeah, Natty at least pops that regen. Gonna go back to full health, full mana. Now Chira has to be careful of the Starstorm. Chira, he dodged it off with the Ball and Lightning, but he has to go all the way back to base. There's no way he lives on this lane. The arrow flies through off the mark, and Chira's already away. Bottom lane, again, the Ensnare coming out. This Timbersaw really not having a good time. Level 4. 2 points into the reactive armor, but still being ripped through here. The Riptide damage coming through from... It's only level 1 of the Riptide now as well. Naga Siren. Top of the last hits by about 10 over the Pangolier. The Pangolier of the mid lane there as well. Not being contested, and Alberca's having a way better time. Alone now. Moves himself back down to help out the Timbersaw. The Timbersaw in terms of last hits, less than half from that Naga Siren. Do they want to try and make a move happen? The top lane, what level's the Doom? Only level 5. 3 points into the Scorched Earth though, and again the Faceless Void. He is going to be suffering through this. As Alberca, he gets a kill on the bottom lane. Takes down Alone. I assume with the help of the Rubik. Yeah, the Rubik was down there as well, so the help of the Rubik coming through. So 4-0 for cybercats. Really good start for them. And this is where, again, X3, they needed to be getting aggressive. They needed to be the ones to get these early kills because the Naga Siren going towards the Yasha, but once he's got those items built up going out, it's going to be so hard to take that Naga Siren down. Even Zeneca got his own Ensnare. So just going to be able to stop the Time Walk or follow up from the Time Walk onto Nesphia. I like that. I like that he went for the Ensnare on the Doom. Doesn't cost a whole lot of mana there as well. He's not got a whole lot of mana to use, but yeah, Doom having a really good time in this lane. Going towards that Hand of Midas as well. And he's not going to be too far away from it. Meanwhile, Chira, he gets himself the Illusion Rune. Force is being left alone. You can see on the map, Force is being left alone on the bottom lane, but there is still going to be 2 heroes around here. And now FM just looking to cut this wave. You get the pull through into the neutral camp. Yeah, you can see on the map this happening. There's Chira just in the mid lane. Look at that farm. What's he looking towards? Straight up into that fire. They get a kill into Force in the bottom lane. FM with the help of Alone. No real way they survived through this. Now they actually might go into Alberca. Alberca, though, Doesn't have that point to the song. All 7 points, excuse me.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Could be
attack.
committed. And Naga Siren, the arrow will miss. It was a point-blank arrow there as well. Alberca's away. Fast little hero. Top lane. Doom level 6.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Actually going to go for 3 points into the Scorched Earth, 3 points into the Devour. So, Midas comes out. No points into the Doom just yet for the Doom.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
okay,
under
so he wants that
attack.
farm. He wants that net worth build up here onto the Doom. He wants, I guess, the boots to travel to BKB. To come out for him. And Zeneca, with that Hand of Midas, how's he looking in terms of net worth? Only behind the Naga Siren. This Naga Siren is having such a good time.
Radiant are scanning.
Precious bounty.
You know, it's going straight into the Orchid. That kill potential that comes
Radiant's
out,
bottom
especially up
tower
against
is
something
under
like the
attack.
Timbersaw, you know, where he's looking pretty tanky now with the 3 points into the reactive armor. But not a whole lot of health. Mid lane.
Radiant's
Did he go for the
bottom
dive?
tower is under
That's
attack.
Noel able to get that swashbuckle away, but he might carry on going here. The illusion rune from the Storm Spirit. Just going to keep the pressure onto Natty Narwhal. Yeah, chasing him back behind
Radiant's
that tier 1.
bottom tower is under attack.
Level 7 on the Doom. Holding that point, it looks like. So if the opportunity presents itself for a gank with the ultimate, he could go for that. But similarly, if he just goes back to farming,
Radiant's bottom
you know, maybe
tower
wants that
is
4th
under
point into
attack.
the Devour. Interestingly enough, a lot of Dooms at the minute going for, at least the Dooms that I've seen, going for just the 1 point into the ultimate and then going back into stats. So, playing around this really nicely here, Zeneca. Going to be able to get both the Devour as well as the Hand of Midas onto the bigger creeps. Yeah, level 7. Close to level 8. Not too far away from picking that one up. So he might just go for the next point into the Devour as well as the Doom. Alberca in terms of farm. Again, level 8 coming out, but he's committed all of the points. Those Riptides, look at how quickly he gets through these Ancient stacks as well. Over to the next camp. Yeah, the mirror images, the downtime on them. Not really... Oh, the Chronosphere comes out onto the Doom. Can they do the damage though? Nesfi tries to get the time walk away. Zeneca actually throws the Doom out into the Faceless Void, but he's trying to run himself away from this. Does he have the health? He's already used that one. There's going to be the leap in, and now Natty Narwhal gets that kill. They might even be able to go into Jess, but Jira is rotating. The Moonlight Shuttle comes out. Do they have the reveal? Do they have the Sharpshooter? They have the kill into Natty. And it's only going to cost them a Doom, as well as a Doom. But it is a Doom and a Doom well spent here as they start to look to put the pressure onto the tier 1 on the bottom lane. FM, he's already grouped up to take that tier 1 tower on the bottom. So now cybercats looking to even things up. Or maybe not, because the Naga's already moved himself away. How close is he? Could get the... He's actually not going to go for the Claymore. The Claymore's going to come out last.
Stupendous.
So just the recipe as well as the Blitz Knuckles. Yeah, so about 13... I mean, I suppose the Blitz Knuckles really do help on your illusions as well. The attack speed is going to be nice on these Nagasara illusions. Force, can he get himself away from this? He's going to be dive onto the backlines. He might be trying to turn the corner around. The Vortex Remnant comes out. And so does that Sharpshooter. Force might still go down here. But he's trying to run himself away. The Remnant's trying to do a whole load of work. Netsphere, the TPs. Doesn't matter, he didn't snare. They get the lockdown. They get the kill. The Faceless Void. Got brave with the jump in. And it's going to cost him his life. In fact, the Bushwhack comes out now as well onto the tree. The diving from Chira. Really nice pickoff.
A windfall.
And I suppose the Storm Spirit, yeah, I didn't think about that, but the Storm Spirit doesn't really need to go for the Orchid, because it is going to be coming out on the Nagasaren.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
About
Radiant's bottom tower is
650
under
gold away.
attack.
Yeah, Naga not too far away from that at all, having a really good time. Look at the difference between the carry net worth. Faceless on 4.6, 4.7 now. Nagasaren is absolutely running away with this game. The farming pattern is absolutely perfect for
Dire's top
Alberca.
tower is under attack.
Between the fights that he's taking and the kills that he's finding as well. Of course, gets himself the Chakram. Okay. It's quite nice with the telekinesis as well. If you get that lift off, just keep him controlled. Just throw that Chakram out. You know,
Dire's top
Timbersaw,
tower
he's
is
not
under
leaving this
attack.
bottom lane. The Doom doesn't have the Doom for the next 7 seconds. So it looks like they're not going to go for... I wonder if the... I know it's a little bit later on. It's a whole lot later on. It's the level 25 talent for Zeneca. You know, the Doom applies break.
Radiant are scanning.
Shadow.
But I'm just thinking it might be quite nice here. For the Faceless Void, for the Timbersaw.
Dire's middle
Mid
tower
lane,
is
Kira.
under
Smoke's going to break, but the Invis, no sentries to spot it. The Faceless Void can't get himself towards that rune. And Kira does pick it up. Chronosphere was available. It doesn't look like he wanted to make the dive in. With that, again, not sure what else was around. So another Bushwhack comes out, more control comes out, and that would have just been a waste of Chronosphere.
Stupid net.
The Bushwhack won't connect. No, Alone's going to be able to get the dive away. Arrow does come through. Not onto anyone particular. I guess just as a warning shot there from the Mirana. And it is going to be the Mirana that goes towards the Greaves as well. Mid lane. Let me try that again. Mid lane. Yeah, no dives in. You can see that Chiro Jr. moving himself away. Just looking to... It's going to be the Sanjin Kai to come out for him now as well. It's going to be close. He's already got himself the Ogre Axe, so it just needs the gold for the recipe for the Sanj. And he might just... He's not going to be able to get all of the gold, but Dark, he's moving himself behind enemy lines. On those backlines, he shows now to Alberca. Alberca's going to be able to get the silence, but can he follow up onto the damage? It looks like the Ensnare comes out. The Treant Protector finds a nice cozy corner to die in.
No school like the old school.
Yeah, and Nagasaran
Radiant's
just
middle
looking to
tower
push up.
is
I think
under
now
attack.
Alberca does want to push up. He's got that Orchid out going towards the man cell, so he does want to start taking some map control back here. With the
Dire's
mirror
top
images
tower
coming onto
is
the
under
tier 1
attack.
tower, but they're going to carry on moving through.
Radiant's middle
2 points
tower
into the
is
song
under
now for the
attack.
Nagasaran as well. So just wants that 1 point
Dire's
into the net, seeing if anyone
structures
TPs in to defend this. Fortification will be
Dire's
used.
top tower is under attack.
The bottom lane, oh, he already has that Lotus on the Timbersaw, so no Doom to be thrown out here from Zeneca. It's not a long cooldown on the Lotus as well, so he can get up in the
Dire's
next
top
3
tower
seconds.
has fallen.
Zeneca, Orphan out. He might actually have the illusion. It is just going to be the illusion. Now the big dive in. And Nesria, I think that was the Chakram coming through. It was the Chakram just before it went down. A lot of damage onto the Faceless Void there. The dive in from the Storm Spirit as well. And if they got the Vortex off, potentially could have looked for a kill. Yeah, how's FM looking? Lotus Orb is out. No BKB. He actually went for the cloak into the hood. So yeah, no BKB, no full pipe, no Greaves. No Bloodstone, nothing like that here for the Timbersaw. Mid lane, you can see that Chira Jr., he's just still looking to push this one out. Again, I think that's the Sanjin Kaya flying out for him now as well in his career. It is going to be, you can see the, well, if the Storm Spirit was playing, you can see him just above what was coming out on his courier. And he's actually going to go back for a second Orchid, so he didn't want to rush the Orchid out, but he definitely does want an Orchid. They get the vision here, the Moonlight Shadow for alone, so you want to try and make something happen onto Chira Jr., because the Doom is close. So if he does reveal himself, he could actually give up a kill. Alone just stalking through in this Moonlight Shadow. The Moonlight Shadow will be wearing off, and the reveal's coming through. Chira Jr. There's going to be the Chronosphere coming out, but GSV, the Bushwhack, it gets the catch onto the Faceless Void. The arrow will connect. There's going to be the Rolling Thunder coming through, but a lot of damage onto the Faceless Void, but they do still get the kill onto the Storm Spirit in the mid lane. And now Zeneca slowed down by this Diffusal Blade here from Pangalia. So the Pangos were away. There was no song to try and reset. Nagasaran wasn't in close enough in time. Yeah, alone. He's trying to play around this vision, maybe look for the courier, the leap in to take this one out, or maybe not the song. Does he want to come out Alberca, though? He gets that mirror image off. He's got that Mad Style, just comes through. But he still gets this kill now. The Doom comes out onto the Timbersaw. The reset, the double Bushwhack as well, both the Pangolier as well as the tree. Looking really down low, telekinesis onto the Timbersaw. Time dilation comes out. Jetspeed trying to do what he can on the backlines. It looks like the damage, though, it's going to be enough to get the kill into force major. And Zeneca, he needs to pop the BKB to run himself away. The Doom, it's not going to be effective onto FM. FM just shrugs it off. He's going to be absolutely fine here. Yeah, it's bad fight from cybercats. As soon as that Nagasaran goes down, I think we just leave.
Under attack.
No Greaves onto the Dune either. Chira, he gets the kill onto Natty now. Or can he get himself away from this now as well with the Invis rune? It looks like he's going to be able to. Does he turn back into this? The invis is going to be up. Yeah, he drops a remnant. One more right click. He might be able to get the kill onto Dark. Dark trying to get himself away from this one. The tree not going to be helped out by the Timbersaw here, taking all these trees with the Orchid. The silence gets returned by the Lotus Orb, and now Alberca. Again, well, the song will be available if he gets in too deep. As the Doom just goes back to farming. Doom right up at the top of the net worth here now as well. Wants that Blink Dagger. Clarities here for the Doom. Yeah, Alberca, he needs this heart. I think that last gank showed how vulnerable he really was, even though he got the mirror image off, even though he tried to pop the Manta style. The damage that came through from the side of X3, being caught out alone, it was just an easy kill onto the Nagasara, and now he needs to get himself back tankier. Again, the heart into maybe the Bloodthorn, and then to a BKB, something like that, or a Butterfly. Nasvi is not having a bad time, though. He's got his hand minus out as a Faceless Void. So he's looking to close the gap on the Nagasaran. 3k behind at the minute. Yeah, Naga is still a flash farmer with these illusions, the mirror images, as well as the way the Riptide works. Just so quickly rips through. He might even be able to get the deny onto the tower now as well. FM, does he want to come in and try and get this Chakram to clear off the illusions? Looking for the last hit onto the tower, but it could be a trap. It could absolutely be a trap here. As Nasvi just continues to farm up, looking towards his BKB next. He needs that. He can't be controlled up. Will and Death stalled by the Rubik. Not the greatest spell in the world, but he will be able to use it to deal with the creeps in the lane. FM, though, the catapult's going to be here. And the catapult gets the last hit onto the tower. But yeah, Nasvi, he needs that BKB because he keeps getting bushwhacked, or the threat of the bushwhack to come through in these Chronospheres. He can't be controlled out with these. He needs to be putting up maximum damage. So, alone. Going to be rotating through. Alberca, though, he's on the other side of the map. What's he looking? Just looking to farm up. Zeneca to protect him as well if there is a gank coming in. I think Zeneca's close to... already has the blink, actually. That's just how quickly this Doom is farming up. The Hand of Midas, and then the 4 points into the Devour as well. He wants the Shard, but he also wants the... I like this build. I really like this build. This is the build that I'm using in my pubs. You keep the Centaur Stomp, because obviously. But the Aether Lens into the Aghanim Shard, you know, you get the extra range. You're going to be able to get the Infernal Blade, the extra damage that does come through. It's just really nice, that bonus damage, bonus gun duration.
Amazing what you found lying around.
So we'll see here. Bottom lane. JSV being scouted out. There is some Tinker Wards here on the bottom lane. You can see, you know, just being put out by Dark. But 3 heroes here from the side of Cybercats. Just dealing with illusions, okay? No big jump in. Speaking about big jump in, Lotus comes out, so Chiri just has to try and wait this one out, and the Timbersaw will be able to get the Timber Chain away. JSV looking for that TP away there as well. Just the tree doesn't have the shard. 22 minutes in, yeah, it doesn't have that shard. And Nesvia just continues to find the farm. How far away from the BKB is he? He's about 500 gold. So a couple of stacks, a couple of camps, and he will have that out. And again, once that comes out, I think if you are X3, you need to look to, you know, look to get aggressive. Maybe look to take a fight into a Roche or something like that. Maybe look to punish again the Nagasaran before the heart comes out for him. But Nagasaran getting close to the Reaver gold. Just using the illusion splits with the Riptides as well to get this extra farm out. So that is going to be the Reaver out now for the Nagasaran. Can maybe swap out the Quelling Blade for this, I assume. Because the wand is still pretty useful. Yeah, the Quelling Blade going into the backpack. As the 3-man smoke comes out here. Not going to be seen by X3, so Cybercats. Where are they going to be able to go with this? Maybe looking for the jump onto Nasvia. This would be big if they could get the kill onto the Faceless Void just before the BKB comes out. You know, delaying that timing just a little bit. The haste rune now as well for Chira. There's a smoke going to break the jump in. They have it. They get the jump out onto the Faceless Void, and they're going to be able to get the kill. Did he buy out? He didn't, and he loses 300 gold. He was so close to be able to get it, and they didn't even need to use the Doom for that. No BKBs either. Really good control to come through from the Hoodwink. That Bushwhack to follow up. The Doom jump in, and the Doom... That's going to be the... I think that's the Aether Lens goal now as well. The Doom jump in once again to get the Doom on from Pangolier. So Pangolier, the sharpshooter from Guest takes it out of distance to get the kill onto the Pango. And now they might even go for more. Alberca can come and get the Ensnur onto the tree. And if you get too low, this time there is a song. So cybercats, a really good fight again for them. 3 heroes picked off between the 2 gank attempts. Now, look at this, Nice Siren. He wants this triangle. He's going to say, yeah, face us one, you find your own farm. This is mine now. You have to contest into this. Not too far away from the full heart as well. 900 gold here for the Naga Siren to pick this one up. And it's going to be the Rubik going towards the Greaves as well. The Rubik, he's about 800 gold, 700 gold from the Greaves. Mid lane, JSV, Yulceptor comes up. Fortnite, not going to be able to get the catch. And then the Sharpshooter right up to the cliff. So he gets himself away. No dangers, no issues, no worries.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
To the gills.
At least now, Nesphere, he's going to have that BKB out. He wants to go towards the Lincoln Sphere as well, yeah. He's worried about the Vortex, the Doom. You know, if you can get that Lincoln Sphere out, it means that he can't be caught out by that jump in like last time. He would have to go with, I think, the Bushwhack. If you can get that off before the BKB, go to get the lockdown onto Nesphere. Shantar Stomp will be nice as well. Nesphere shows in the lane, but he's got his entire team pretty much behind him. So Cybercats not really looking for a gank there. I mean, maybe. Smoke comes out from 4 though on the side of X3. 3 heroes grouped up here from Cybercats. So looking for the jump on the scan comes out. They know roughly where to lurk. But the dive in, the Infernal Blade once again to get the dive in. But the BKB from Nesphere now as well. Catches 2 in the Chronosphere. The Bushwhack, it's not going to be working because of that BKB for the Faceless Void. The Rolling Thunder comes through now as well. They get a good couple of kills out. They might even be able to make it 3. And FM gets the kill there with the Chakram with that Well in Death. Really good setup, the reveal there for the... I suppose the reveal for the BKB for Nesphere. And this is what I was talking about. Great Chronosphere onto 2. And now they're going to be able to go into the Roche Pit. No way the Cybercats can stop this. The Doom did get used as... No, it didn't, actually. It's still on cooldown for the next 14 seconds. Oh, so it's just the Infernal Blade. Okay, never mind, never mind. Hoodwink with the disconnect. They are going to go for a quick puppy pause. You know, a team talk here. Because I think they see... that's it's not really why they get the pause out. You know, there's the disconnect, some issues. And hopefully it won't be too long before the Hoodwink is back in the game. But yeah, they are going to see this tree around the Roche Pit. You could buy back on the Hoodwink. But with the Storm Spirit being dead, with the Doom being dead and no Byrax here, I think you just give up this first rush. You let the Naga Siren continue to farm with the space that she's being given on the map. Yeah, Arrow comes in from a distance as well. This is going to be... It's not a really fast Roshan, but in fact, Naga Siren, does he want to try and come in with a song? It's going to get low. It's going to be close if they want to come for this now as well. Roche, it's going to go down. Get the Aegis. I thought you might have actually tried to... I don't know what information they had. You know, trying to come in for the song. Force Majeure song comes out. Now the dive in from the Mirana. Do they want to try and look to set up, get this fight out? Alberca, he has that heart. He can go even further onto the telekinesis, the Ensnur. They get the lockdown onto the Mirana. They are going to be able to get something from this. Yeah, the Vortex drag back as well. Do they want to go for more? Zenica does have that Blink Dagger. But then so does a couple of heroes on the side of X3. So they get the kill onto the Mirana. It's going to cost them the song. They might be able to come up onto the Tier 1 tower. Even through the living armor. Yeah, the heart comes out. Naga Siren wants to go right back to the Bloodthorn.
Middle tower has fallen.
And in fact, Storm Spirit didn't actually go for the Orchid himself. He's going to go back for a Hex. So that is one way to break the Lincoln Sphere. Of Nesphere. Nesphere, actually, did he change... Excuse me, hiccups. Did he change his mind?
Dire's middle tower.
No, he is going to be going back for the Lincolns into the Skadi afterwards. And Doom, how is he looking? Doom wants to go towards the Orc screen. Just take a look through the items of everyone. Pango. Yeah, Diffusal Blade's out, Blink Dagger's out. He wants to go back for the Basher. What was stolen, though? It's going to be the Shield Crash. So, again, it's an alright spell for the Ruby to have. Dark got his Blink Dagger. Still no Shard on the tree, though. As it looks like Cybercats. Do they want to group up? There's an Aegis and a Chronosphere. Not really like they're going to look for the rotate and get that gank off. Treant Protector not too far away from the Shard as well. He's about 20 gold. Yeah, he's about to pick this one up and have it flown out to him. They might be able to get another jump, but again, they see Force. He's going to be the Canary in the Coal Mine. Smoke, Moonlight Shadow comes through. Force Majeure, and reveal. Time Dilation. What did he steal? Actually steals the Time Dilation right back. The arrow will connect. So cheeky, but doesn't get the kill. Doesn't get a way out. Doesn't get anything but death, really. It was just cheeky and it wastes time. And again, he's not going to be too bothered about going down because it does mean that the Doom gets out alive. And how are they looking? 5k net worth lead here, 14 to 11 at 29 minutes in. Cybercats still have a little bit of a lead, even with this Aegis being up here on the Faceless Void. Paladin Sword comes out. That's going to be really nice for the Faceless if he wants to keep that.
Top tower is under attack.
But yeah, while this is going on, look at Alberca. He's just finding the farm. Full Blood Thorn here. Naga Siren with the heart. 3k health. A song, the Shard to follow. And the Shard is at 8%? 5% of the max HP per second for 8 seconds. I knew there was an 8 in there somewhere. You know, I wasn't too far off, but
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It'll be a good jump from the side of X3 if they can take a fight before the Shard comes out. They've got to. They don't have to go now. It's still 500 gold away. But I don't know if they want to be using just this Aegis as a keeping the Nesphere alive kind of thing. You know, they want to maybe try and make something happen here with the Chronosphere being up, with the BKB, with all the net worth that the Faceless Void has. Still not catching up though. To the Naga Siren. The Naga Siren is just absolutely ripping this map apart, and you can see that even with the Hand of Midas, even with the fights going the way of X3, there's still a 3k net worth difference between the Faceless Void and the Naga Siren. And the Shard not too far away now as well. This creep wave, it's going to be enough. Naga Siren will have that Shard flown out to him if he wants to pick it up right here and right now. Well, how's Chira looking? Not too bad. 9-second BKB, still going towards the Hex. Well, you sell the Sage's Mask, I guess. Pick up the Voidstone.
Radiant are scanning.
Unless he's just gonna, he could just put the bottle in the backpack after using it, so he has even more mana regen to come through from that Sage's Mask from the Voidstone.
Radiant's bottom tower
Trying to force out this top lane here with you got the Chakram again. Oh, Doom TP's back. Do they want to try and set up here a good song into a fight? Was that Aegis 18 seconds away? So the Moonlight Shadow comes through here. Yeah, you can see that. I mean, you've still got Chira in the mid lane trying to push his wave out, but the tier 2 tower protection come through. JSV gets the pushback. The setup now as well to the Faceless Void. The damage coming through. Do we have the kill again? Aegis is going to go down in the next 5 seconds. That's going to be BKB for Nesphere. Throws out that Chronosphere, but again, the Naga Siren is a really big tanky hero. They get the Doom out onto the Faceless Void, and now Chira's going to be involved. Do they get the kill onto the Naga, though? The Naga is going to get low to going down. He will eventually get low, but not down. And he's not going to be out as well. Natty Narwhal, they're going to be able to get the Infernal Blade off. The chase down from Alone. Alberca's just trying to dodge ankles, to do break ankles while he gets the dodges off. And Snurk comes through onto the Mirana. The Mirana looking to throw an arrow. It's going to be off the mark. The mirror image comes through. Now Alberca, how the hell is he living through this? He's still regenerating up from the heart on the back lines. They get the kill into Fortnite, man. But Alberca, I hate that name still, but Alberca just looking to get himself away from this. Still regenning. He's still going. He's still living. The arrow's not going to connect. Holy crap, the amount of time they bought for this. Even Dark's going to go down. And Alberca, he sees the funny side from that. A 4-hero wipe on the side of Cybercats, and it's only going to cost him the Rubik and the Hoodwink. Alberca, he just kept going and going and going, and they could not get the kill onto this Naga Siren. I don't know what you do. That was a Chronosphere that was used. That was a The damage coming through from that narwhal as well. The Timbersaw trying to get in, get those chakrams off, get the whirling deaths off. That was Starstorms being dropped onto Alberca. He lives through all of it, and he ain't going to get any less tanky. I can tell you that right now as he goes towards that Aghanim Scepter. Didn't actually go towards the shard. But after that fight, going to have a lot of gold. He had to sell off the wand and get himself towards the Scepter. He's only about 600 gold away from the Scepter now as well. So the extra and snare cast range, the reeling to come through as well. I don't know, man. This is looking really tricky for the side of X3 all of a sudden.
Almighty money.
Force will be spotted out once again by this ward, but I don't think, with the Chronosphere being down, X3 not really in a position to look to fight. Oh, X3 Moonlight Shadow comes out. Does he have the reveal? He does have the dust onto the Hoodwing. Reveal comes out. Your Scepter is going to be there, but the Bushwhack still connects Infernal Blade into the Doom, the double Doom now, as well as Doom dooms himself, but Overgrowth gets used. Do they actually get the kill with the arrow flying through? Swashbuckle is going to be coming close, and yeah, that Lotus Orb turns this one around, and the Doom will go down. He gets killed off. X3 grouping up for that. That was a really good bait, and Lotus Orb just in time there from the Timbersaw to reflect the Doom. Zeneca, though, again, he sees the funny side from it. Just throws out the whoops. As both the mid lane and the top lane tier 2 tower on the side of X3 being pressured. JST's back now as well, so he's going to be able to come into this creep wave alone. Does he show? Because that's a hell of a bushwhack if he goes for it. No, it's going to be onto the creep waves. The boomerang comes through as well. JSV looking to get the scurry away. Into the trees. Ah, no, the blink comes forward. The root's going to be there now as well. Sharpshooter into those trees with time dilation. And it looks like he's trying to get himself away. The Ogre Seal Totem comes out. The Song, look for it on the backlines. We're going to be slowed down. No BKB on the Naga Siren. And now the Song will connect. The Netsphere has that Chronosphere. Only catches out the Rubik. And, well, the Ensnare. It's not going to save the Rubik. But it means that Netsphere can't follow up after that. And that's going to be the Chronosphere just for a position 4-5. Just for one of the supports. Has those Greaves available now on the Rubik as well. Nat comes out, Lotus the bounce back. Does he want to get the dragon? No reeling for that Timbersaw, but now he's going to be able to go. There's no Lotus up front. The sound comes out as well. The Infernal Blade, the damage coming through onto the Timbersaw. And this time, FM not going to be able to get himself away. Even the Timber Chain, it's not going to connect. Rolling Thunder comes in the back lines. Zeneca this time, he will doom himself on purpose as he has that Aghanims up. And now Fortnite trying to run himself away from this, but the Rue comes out onto the Doom. Can he get himself away, taking a whole lot of damage? They still can't clean up the kill. Alberca, he's used that Song. Rolling Thunder the bash. And X3, they're starting to take over these fights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The Naga Siren, I'd really like to see the shard onto the Naga. Just for the mid-fight save for the Song. He's actually going to be coming in. I mean, Roshan is up. How quickly can they get through this? Because it looks like Cybercats, they want to look to fight. Song's going to be coming out. Yep, it's no BKB for either the Faceless Void or the Pangolier, so they can set up. Trees in biz, the Bushwhack comes through. Does it connect? There's going to be the blink away. They get the kill onto Jess. Jess, way too far out of position there as well. Yule Scepter comes out. The arrow actually connected. I think it took down one of the neutrals. But again, they get a good couple of kills, and the Song, it needed to be a little bit later on. Not to know, you can't blame him for that. He was looking in to get the last hit onto Roche, steal away this shard, steal away this Aegis, but instead, it is going to be going the way of X3.
Roshan has fallen to the downs.
Naga Siren as well. So, again, trying to come in with the... Not really using the reeling just yet. Wants to go towards that silver edge here. How's the Storm Spirit looking?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still going towards the Hex. Does he have the item on the courier as well? Yeah, just looking. He's got that Mystic Staff there on his courier, just to the left of him. Looking towards that ultimate orb. So what does he sell? The one maybe keeps that bottle. I'd like to see the Doom. I mean, this is the second time now. He's got the Octarine Core as well. He's level 22, so he has that 35-second Doom cooldown. as well as the Ags, but I'd still like to see him throw it out on something like maybe the Marana. Or, because he keeps throwing it out onto the Timbersaw, and the Timbersaw is a big tanky boy now. It's not as simple as getting the Doom out onto the Timbersaw and then looking for the kill because he takes himself down over time. It's not going to happen. So get the Doom on the tree, on the Marana, on the... if you get it onto the Pangolier there as well, it is the AoE Doom. And he does want to be coming up close. You know, if he can't be that hypermobile hero with the Rolling Thunder, with the swashbuckle, the shield crash, it is a lot harder for him to be effective. No overgrowth! Only onto the illusions. The Rolling Thunder, they might be able to kill onto the Rubik. Rubik, yeah, the Rolling Thunder is going to come out. Even with the Greaves, Rubik should still go down. Half a second there before the overgrowth would have got the... I mean, he had the song anyway, so he would have been able to walk himself away. But it just feels like cybercats for the longest time now. They do get the ensnare out. Do they want to go? Loads of sub up on the Faceless Void. The Faceless still has that Aegis though. It's going to pop once. Doesn't pop the BKB just yet. And that's going to be the Doom coming as well on the Doom self-Doom. So they get the lockdown side. It's not going to be able to run himself away here, Faceless Void. The lockdown once again. He can't even use the BKB. Lincoln's gets broken, but so does the Faceless. And now they can chase for more. Song comes out, gets a stop onto Marana. Marana, well, Dark is going to be close, but not looking like he's going to try and come in to save his teammate alone. He's going to be alone. He's going to die alone. I was literally, just before that fight broke out, just about to say, X3 have taken some really great fights, and cybercats just can't find any clean fights to come out, but it was the preemptive caster's curse onto X3. And cybercats, that was a really good setup there as well. The self-doom as well. I like the self-doom because obviously you pop that Aegis, and then he can't get himself away. That Faceless Void, the Stomps comes out, can't even pop the BKB to try and get himself away and avoid the magic damage from the Infernal Blade, from the Stomps. The drag back as well. As soon as that Lincoln gets broken, the Vortex keeps him locked down. Really good initiation and execution of that fight there from the side of cybercats.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Ooh, diving to the back lines. They might find Dark. They will find Dark. The Hex comes out. The chase is on. And they've got the kill onto the tree once again. He might have got away from that last one, but not able to escape Chira here with the gem. Now, back into the mid lane, actually. Does he get the pushback off? No. The blink away from Natty now. He had that Lotus up going as well. Just in case the ensnare came through from Alberca. They're going to leave the Arcane Rune as well for the Storm. Really nice to just get the full benefit from that. Yeah. Diving himself forward, making sure it's not going to be taken away from him here. But Storm Spirit, the Lincoln's is going to be nice. He's got that Hex out. So, I mean, you look at the net worth where he sat right at the bottom of the terms of the course. But he's still been able to get in these fights, disrupt the fights, gets to the drags backs and gets the kills. Zeneca. How far away? Is that the refresher as well? It is. It's going to be the refresher for the Doom. Just as the Skadi comes out for the Faceless Void. So the extra stats, the extra survivability here for the Faceless. Top lane though, they get the dive in. Rubik is going to be stunned up. The arrow comes out. Force though. Dodges off. Slowed down by the Diffusal Blade. They should still get the kill. Force trying to do what he can to keep himself alive with the Grief. Just buying time for the rest of the team to react. But caught way out of position here. Might be a good setup if the active scans got straight Doom in now. They're going to be able to get themselves on top of the Faceless Void. Whereas that drag back, the Lincoln Sphere is going to be broken now. Doom, it goes the Song, but there's going to be the BKB coming out for the Faceless Void and the Sharpshooter. And now that's done through the Song. Do they get the reset? Zeneca got that refresh. He's going to be able to come in with the second Doom. But he's going to be locked down by the Overgrowth now as well, diving himself around if he wants to go for it. He actually goes for the Doom and then the Blink away. What? He wants out. They want to leave. That was the refresher Doom as well. It's still only like, what, an 80-second cooldown on that? But that's a big opening from the side of X3. They even get the bash into the Hoodwink. Hoodwink looking to get himself away, but the Hex into the damage. And Netsphere, yeah, 2 kills going the way of X3. And yeah, Alberca, I mean, the Sharpshooter came through, but everything, that BKB was already going for the Faceless Voids. Because of the Chronosphere coming out, even though he jumped into the Doom, he was just able to walk himself back, pop the BKB, and go right back into it. Though they do get the dive onto Moran. The Moran's going to go down, even when that Lincoln's coming out from Nest, but he was already dead. The Hex out onto the Stormspirit. Stormspirit is out of mana. Now the Rolling Thunder, he went a little bit too far to have that buyback available, but you don't really want to be buying back. Force slowed down by the Diffusal. He doesn't get out alive. He's just straight up dead.
Radiant's courier has been
It's
killed.
a
Radiant's middle
hell
tower
of a
has
back and
fallen.
forth here between the two teams. And again, the Doom, that second Doom is a little bit of a mistake from Zeneca. You can see that the graphs, look at this now as well. The win probability going 64% in favor of X3. You can say that, but you still need to get through this Naga Siren. Silver Edge coming out for him now as well. Oh, he's 4 levels behind. I didn't realize he was 4 levels behind the Faceless Void. I suppose that makes sense with the Hand of Midas. Faceless picking up all of this extra XP. So what did he pick up at level 25? Nothing just yet. He's holding that point. Yeah, he's not going to anything out just yet here for the Faceless. Charles Burke, he's got a little bit of catching up to do. Wants to go straight towards that Nullifier here for the Naga. Just get rid of the boots. Why do you even need boots? You're a giant mermaid fish Naga thing. I got there in the end. Yeah, sells those boots. It's going to be the Nullifier being complete. Has the gold for it coming out. Moonlight Shadow going to be used here for X3. Where did he look to go for this?
Dire are scanning.
At least 30 seconds before the big man's back up as well. Double damage rune. Oh. If the Faceless gets this could be a really good fight for him. Yeah, he does. He gets the dive in now as well. There was an arrow just to make sure. And Faceless being able to bottle this double damage rune. Doesn't even need the boots. Going straight in for what looks like the MKB here for Nesphere as well. At least 8 seconds left on this Roche spawn. How long is the final clock going to be? It's going to be a really quick one. 20 seconds here. And this is the perfect timing for X3. Chronosphere. You went for the backtrack on the Faceless Sword, but the Chronosphere, the double damage rune. Lincoln's BKB. Cybercats going to go for a 5-man smoke, using the illusions from Alberca to keep these lanes pushed out, but not wanting to show otherwise. Do they check the pit? The pings are coming out here from the Faceless Void. They want to go. The Doom comes through, and then well, the diving, they've got that, but the Lincoln gets broken once again with the Insta. It's going to keep them locked down inside that Doom. Do they have enough damage to get the kill on the backlines here? Treant will go down, and they go for even more. The Infernal Blade damage coming through. The Faceless Void will fall as that buyback. And the Doom will be wearing off the song, so they can look for the reset. Rolling Thunder still coming through. The Chronosphere, though, it catches out onto the Naga. Can he get through it? The second Doom can come through. He can blink himself in. Gets himself right on top of the Infernal Blade now as well. The damage onto this Pangolier. It is stacking up and up and up and up, and he's going to be taken down. He's going to be killed off. He can buy himself back if he wants to. And so does the Rubik. But they can look for it again. The song came out. Great reset. And they forced out how many buybacks from that? 2. 3 even. 3 on the side of X3. And only the Rubik brought back. But now, though, Roche is going to be the next target. They need to take this Faceless Void. He absolutely needs this buyback. And they don't know this is going on. They don't have the song to counteract this fight now as well. Look at how quickly this Roche is going to go down. It's going to be the Aghanim's Blessing. The arrow comes in from the distance to get stun onto Roche. And the Aegis comes out from Nesphere. The Doom's not up for the next 36 seconds. No refresher for 75. Again, really hard, though, to get through this Naga Siren. Naga Siren level 22. So even 3-4 levels behind the Faceless Void. And Faceless Void still can't burst this Naga down. So yeah, Naga Siren, he actually wants the boot to travel. So he wants to consume the Aghanim Scepter. Has the gold for the Blessing if he needs it. But that would mean that his buyback wouldn't be available. He might need this buyback in the next couple of fights. Especially with this Aegis being up for Faceless Void. No Chronos for 50 seconds. But he's just going to probably try and use these boots of travel. You know, you keep them in the backpack as well. So you can just swap them in, swap them out as you need to split push yourself around the map. Tier 2, Nazi Narwhal. He's going to come in onto these Naga Siren illusions, even though they are pretty tanky. Yeah, cleans them up, and the creep waves will push him through, but the living armor, yeah, Dark is doing a really good job of keeping these tier 2 towers alive. How's with looking for the Sphere. He's still got the Aegis for 3.5 minutes. Going towards... still the MKB. Yeah, because you swap it out once the Aegis does get popped. You can swap it out. Maybe even swap it out for the Lincoln Sphere. Or the BKB if you want to. Moonlight Shadow could be used once again. Making the way down. Oh, force. Leave. Just leave now. Just leave now. Doesn't have a blink. Gotta hide himself in the trees. Go for that TP away. They have the scan though. Do they have the lockdown? They don't. Couldn't get there in time. The Rubik will be able to get himself away from the danger. Just using the Fade Bolt. Push those lanes out. But you can see that both teams now not wanting to be caught out of position. Looking to get the group up. Looking to take this fight, even with the Aegis being up now. The Faceless Void with the Chronos Face. Surprised, actually, that he's not going towards a Refresher. Actually wants the MKB first.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Naga, if he wants to, could buy out for the boots. Has the gold for it. Could buy out for the Aghanim's Blessing here as well. But Alberca just continues to put the pressure on, and the Treant just continues to heal up the tower with this living armor. 48 minutes in. We ain't having any quick games today. We're going the full distance, it looks like.
Time is money.
As the Doom. Does he want a blessing of his own? Because you can see here, just taking a look on the Doom. Zeneca has the Ags in his backpack. Yeah, okay, he swaps it back in. Okay, he's using the Hand of Midas. He just keeps swapping that back and forth now. Wants the overwhelming blink as well to be a big tanky boy. And be disruptive with the blinks in as well. Get that damage off with the blink in. You'll get the slow, I want to say.
Allies disappear.
Rubik, he don't need no blink. He's got telekinesis.
Dire are scanning.
Well, now he has a blink as well. So yeah, Doom.
Stupendous.
Devour going to be used. Hand of Midas still in the backpack for the Doom though. So what? Look to Doom yourself, get the jump in,
Dire's middle tower
and then swap the
is
Hand of
under
Midas
attack.
back in for the attack speed maybe. Yeah, okay. Could work. Could just sell the Hand of Midas. Could use it. But yeah, the game has slowed down just a little bit because of the buybacks coming out from the side of X3. I'm surprised that with all the buybacks available on the side of cybercats, maybe they just wait out the Aegis. Yeah, 40 seconds, and as soon as that Aegis gets reclaimed, they're going to be able to make a go. As again, the Nagasara and Illusions, it's what, 30 seconds away, 35 seconds away, Faceless Void on that Aegis, and then you're looking at the buyback 2.5 minutes away here for the Faceless, so it's still going to be about 2 minutes on that buyback after the Aegis expires. Cybercats, this is the thing, that they're slowly trying to chip these towers down with the Nagasara and Illusions, but they have a Treant on the other side, so the Treant just heals them right back up to full health. Maybe not this tier 2 tower on the bottom lane, this is going to go down. So that's going to be the first one. In fact, the fortification not going to be used on that. So they do lose a little bit of value utility. Not using the fortification on that tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. And yeah, the Nagasara and Illusions coming right back in. There is going to be a double catapult wave here as well. Pangalia, he comes in with the Gleipnir to be able to get the TP back onto these Illusions. Naga.
Haste.
Actually just, yeah, he consumed the Axe, going for the Boots of Travel, and then once that hexed. So the chase down to come out. You do just swap out the Boots of Travel. I'm pretty sure you swap out the Boots of Travel when you want to go for the hex. Chira, looking for the high ground. Was that... Who's got the gem? It's actually going to be onto the Hoodwink. And now the TP in. Alberca. I think I'll actually find out FM. FM, can he get himself away from this one? Don't actually opt to go for the Timbersaw now. Tree. Up on the high ground. He's looking... I mean, he's looking. That's all he's looking for. He's got a refresher now as well. He's going to see the Doom. He might see... Yeah, he's going to see Zeneca coming through this bottom lane as the Nagasara and Illusions just continue to push in. But they don't have any high ground vision to see the tree right back. So these Nagasara and Illusions pushing in. And the Hoodwink being away, the Hoodwink, he's got the gem. He doesn't want to go down here. The Glenmere comes out. Jessie trying to get himself away with that again. The Ogre Steel Totem comes out. The Sharpshooter, he's just buying time and space. But he had to use the Sharpshooter for that. That's a lot of tools used here on the Hoodwink. They might even be able to go into the Rubik. Rubik in the trees, looking for the TP away, but the Overgrowth comes out. He had that sneaking suspicion, and now Rubik, well, the Hex comes through. He's going to try and buy time and space for the rest of his team. Everybody else is away, but that's a Rubik with a dieback. Dead for 100 seconds. Advantage going the way of X3. And this is kind of the thing that cybercats, you have the advantage on buyback. You had the advantage on buybacks. Even with that Aegis, and you've not forced anything out of that. You know the buyback was there from the Faceless Void. It was already used. You knew that there was 3 buybacks in that last fight that you took. And now they're all going to be coming off cooldown. You've done nothing with that open that you have. The buybacks are a resource. You know, you buy it, you buy out, you win that fight, you take down a couple of objectives. Instead, the Naga Siren just continues to try and split push against the Treant. And it's just not... Okay, they got the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. Because actually maybe not paying attention to that being taken down. But for the most part, it doesn't work. Because any damage you do to the buildings, it just gets repaired. It gets, you know, re-healed right back up. So Naga Siren... They should have grouped up. They should have grouped up when they Aegis expired. With the timing on that, knowing the buyback would still be down. You know, if they were tracking that, none of the Faceless buyback would still be down. 3 buybacks would have been down. They should have looked, because they had all of their buybacks available. Apart from the Rubiks. But they should have looked to force a fight out. You expend 4 buybacks, but you take a team up, you could potentially look to win the game.
Loaded to the gills.
And this is kind of the issue with Division 2, that it just... With 54 minutes in now, it's just so slow sometimes between the two, and they just lean off the aggression, especially when the aggression could be to their advantage. The buybacks are a resource. Your health is a resource. You know, you will see bigger teams, you know, tier 1 teams look to expend those buybacks to take fights. They go in knowing that, okay, I'll have to buy back in this fight because I'm going to die, but we can force out kills, we can force out a win. I'm not trying to flame cybercats. I'm not, because they're in a really good position. You know, they're playing it a little bit slower. They do want this series win. They want to be winning this series in 2. But the split push from the Naga Siren, it just doesn't work.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
So they're going to go for a smoke, and here, with the Hex out from the Naga Siren as well, maybe using this rune as bait. To get it off, smoke's going to break. There's going to be the dive onto the high ground now as well. Chira trying to get himself away, but the D-Ward comes out from X3. It's going to be the double leap forward now as well from Mirana. They might be able to get themselves onto Jess. Jess, telekinesis for the save. That's going to be FM's BKB. Yeah, we are coming close to the 60-minute mark, so there are going to be tier 5 items coming up sometime soon. And we'll see what X3 and cybercats they're going to be able to make of those. Roche, it's going to be a minute away. You can see that Chira trying to get the flying vision with the remnant. Just over into the pit. Yeah, it's still going to be, what, 54 seconds. Telekinesis onto the Rubik. Look at some D-wards. How's that Blink Dagger to get himself down onto the cliff if he needs to.
Radiant's middle
Doom
tower
only just
is
got
under
the
attack.
overwhelming Blink. What did he go back
Dire's
for?
top tower is under attack.
Oh, he upgraded the Ags. That's what he did. He consumed the Ags. Meanwhile, the push, I mean, look at the aggro. You've got a siege creep pushing out here from the side of X3 right down your mid lane. Looking at the... It just gets disappeared off the map, but... Yeah, Nesphia just continuing to farm. Has that MKB up now as well. It's going to be a lot of damage going towards that refresher. Hand of Midas probably finally gets sold. I mean, maybe not. What's the damage being done? Storm Spirit and the Doom Timsaw a close third. Yeah, the Naga Siren right at the very bottom here, so not really doing a whole lot of damage with Naga Siren, but it's just the amount of sustain that this hero has. It's so hard, like, it's been targeted in a couple of fights and not worked out for them at all. So the Moonshard being consumed by the Naga Siren now as well. The illusions, they know Roche is up, but the smoke coming out from X3 this timing. Again, everybody, no. The Hoodwink bought out. What did he buy out for? The Lotus and the Hex, I guess? But everybody else on both sides have buybacks. And just the illusions from Alberca coming into the pit. Just trying to do what they can. Just annoying Roche, really. That's all it's really doing. Just annoying Roche. The blink comes in. 4-9 he sees the illusions. That's going to be the BKB. FM. No, that's going to be the Timbersaw. BKB, the dive onto the backlines now as well. Cheer's going to be in to get the drive back to Hex. Comes through onto the Marana. Marana locked down with the Vortex now as well. They're going to be able to get the Overgrowth out onto the Storm Spirit, the real as well. But he's rooted. He's a big tanky boy for a Storm Spirit. They don't get that kill. They take down the Hoodwink, and the Hoodwink falls out. But Zeneca, she takes down the Faceless. Faceless, he's going to buy back into this. As you can see, the chase is on. The Doom comes through once again. It's like trying to keep him locked down. The Overgrowth from that refresher, the song for the reset. Do they reset onto the Doom as well? Or did they try and get themselves away from this? In fact, it looks like that was the second Doom. The blink comes out from the Doom. Arrow, it just connected to get the stun. Gleipnir, they have this control. They're going to be able to get, well, the telekinesis Doom. Can he run himself away? Again, really tanky hero. He's actually looking to turn around, get the kill onto the Marana. But with the amount of control they have, the Hexes, the Nagastar was just out of that. I genuinely think X3, they're going to win this game. Because cybercats, again, they're not executing these clean fights. They get the kill onto the Faceless, but they're not contesting this rush. They have a buyback on the Doom. Even if the Doom itself is down, they know that the Faceless Void fought back in that last fight, and they're just going to get this rush for free. And Alberta, it's so frustrating to watch. Alberta trying to go for the split push again. It's not working. Even I'm getting frustrated. Like, okay, cool, you've got the split push for the Nagasar onto this tier 3. The Treant will just be able to heal up again. Because you're not getting the kill out onto the tree. You're not forcing buybacks out on the tree. So he just pops the living armor. The Nature's Grasp comes out, so the slowdown onto the illusions as well. The Leech Seed. Meanwhile, that's going on. X-Ray are taking objective after objective after objective. Apart from this tier 2 tower bottom, Cybercats have got sweet fuck all in the last 30 minutes or so.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And yeah, so actually they take a tower.
Take us.
We're coming up to the 60-minute mark as well. Nagasar through the trees. They're looking, but the Timbersaw is going to be away. There's 2 cheeses as well on the side of X3. Spellburker.
3 times 3.
60 minutes. Is it still Hand of Midas is up? Does Faceless have his? No, it looks like Faceless actually sold his finally. Yeah. For the Aegis to create that slot. Zeneca still has it, so he's going to be able to get those quick tier 5 items out when he gets to consume out with the Hand of Midas. Mirror Shield now as well. For the Marana being sent back. Ex Machina for the Storm.
I'm over here.
Who would you give that to? Maybe the Doom. Or do you want that second? You probably want the second Lincoln's, the second BKB Hex. In fact, no. Nagasaren's going to be caught out. Tries to get himself away with... Nope, Rolling Thunder comes through. Even with the song, he's not going to be able to go for the TP. They have the kill. So yeah, Nagasaren, great song. Going to be killed off here, locked down. He's still going to be sustainable with 4 heroes around. The Hex, the control. He's dead. So being caught out of position, being punished for it as well. Cybercats, again, they look so good in this first game, and it's just so frustrating for them to watch. In the second game, the Nagasar, instead of grouping up with the team, when the buybacks were out, they're just looking for the split push. If I was anyone else on the side of Cybercats, like if I was one of the Cybercats, I would be throttling Alberca right now. Going to be able to get the Overgrowth out onto the Storm Spirit now as well. Can he follow? Chronosphere comes through. Storm Spirit's going to be dead. The flamethrower going in the Chronosphere. Yeah, this game has slipped away from Cybercats. It's going to be... no doubt in my mind that X3 are going to pull this one out of the bag, I think. They've got the net worth back in their favour, 10k net worth lead. They're taking over the kills. This Faceless Void looks unkillable. They had the advantage, Cybercats, and they let it slip through the fingers. Like the Storm, if they try and pressure the base, the Storm, instead of coming out with a first life and buying back second life, coming right back into this, if they engage here, X3, Storm has to buy back, look for the defense, maybe even the Nagasar in 20 seconds away. They might just let this one go, but yeah, not using it as a resource has kind of cost them here, the buybacks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There is another Chronosphere up on the Faceless Void. He used that refresh orb to get the lockdown onto the Rubik. Coming through, dive forward, time walk to get the kill. And now Rubik has to buy back if he wants to defend the base.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks
And
are under
yeah,
Radiant's
X3,
top
and they're not
barracks
even.
has fallen.
Cybercats are just letting this one go.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Nesphere coming through. Do they want to go for... They're not defending this, not even buying back on the Rubik. They're just letting the space go. I think Cybercats know they can't fight into it. With the Aegis being up for the next 45 seconds as well. But it's going to cost them. It's going to cost them Magus. Unless they defend this right here and now, they're going to try and pop this Aegis back line. So you've got the Necro creeps coming in now as well. They get the stun with the Rolling Thunder comes out. But Time Walk away faces forward. What are they going to be able to do? He's got that BKB, the damage coming through here with the Hex. Shira trying to get the jump out. It's going to be a really nice grab here from the Chronosphere. Again, they've got the lockdown onto the Doom. They're going to be able to get the kill onto the Doom. The Doom immediately has to buy back, and they don't even pop the Aegis. He's still going to be up for 20 seconds or so. The Doom coming in, trying to get the lockdown onto the Pangolier. The chase out once again. Can he get himself into the middle of this? Looking for that refresh once again. Did he have the timing onto this Faceless Void? No. The Aegis still gets popped. He's going to be able to come right back into this now as well. No refresh for the next 66 seconds, but that Doom still going. Was the lockdown? Did he have enough damage to get the kills? And they do. They take down the Faceless Void. Hallelujah. No buyback here for him as well. He can't get himself right back into this fight. They're going to go. They take down the Mirana. The Mirana, they'll buy him back. Rolling through on the back lines. Pangolier does he get a kill onto the Hoodwink? It looks like Force Majeure trying to get himself away. Lincoln gets broken. Can they get the lockdown? The Bushwhack comes out now as well. The Hex onto the Pangolier. The jump in. The Infernal Blade. He was having some fun with it. Have they actually done it? They gave up a lane and a half of racks here, Cybercats. Naga, please, just go with your team. Push down the middle lane. Look to end this. There's no Faceless Void for the next 85 seconds. Please. Okay, the rest of the team, I suppose that does make sense. The team going to try and split push it out. The SO2 for the Hoodwink as well. While the Nagasaran tries to keep all three lanes pushed in. 60 seconds though. What objectives are they going to get? The Faceless Void is dead for 60 seconds. Chronosphere is going to be back up. He has that refresher when he comes back alive as well. Again, looking towards this tier 2, so they are looking to push this one in now. So that's group up as a team. So this tier 2 at least should go down. They know there's no Faceless Void. They can look to fight this. Where's that Doom away? They have that Doom. 35 seconds for the refresher as well. X3 trying to protect the base. The Necro unit's coming through from the Mirana. So the Mirana, with the Book of the Dead, looking to push these lanes out. Just resetting it, and now it gets even easier to defend your lanes with the Necro Books, as well as the Living Armor. But they do get a tier 2 tower. After about 30 minutes since the last one went down, Cybercats, they finally pick it up. Ooh, the Giant String gets available, though. Do you give that over? Nagasaran's using the Ninja Gear. Now the Faceless Void is back alive. 2 Chronospheres. No buyback though for gold-wise. Onto the Faceless.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Look at this one, Dark. Dark has that gem. Jess V's the one to have it though. Dark comes through to get the Bushwhack. Was the control coming through? The Sharpshooter actually connects onto the Dream Protector. Now Jess V needs to run himself away. The blink out. It's in the chain to follow him. Jess V, he's not got that scurry for the next couple of seconds. He needs to be leaving. Blink Dagger and a Fuse now as well. The chase down. But can he get the pull away? He looks like, FM, he's looking for the TP. X, anything, the Lotus comes out, but Jess is going to be caught out. That's the gem on the deck. And now it's X3 once again. They can get aggressive. 86 seconds before this Hoodwink is back up. They take the outpost. And is it at least... Tell me that's a Book of the Dead going the way of Chira as well, yeah. So they are going to be able to keep this lane pressure on. The TP comes back from the Timbersaw. And the win probability is still in the way of X3. 67 minutes in, this game is going the distance here. Chira... Yeah, you see, they have this push potential, but the Naga Siren again, just looking for extra farm, looking for... What else do you need? You have a Moon Shard. You're 9 slotted. And again, the Faceless getting himself towards the buyback. At least, I mean, the Doom doesn't have the buyback, the Ruby doesn't have the buyback, so maybe waiting out these 3 minutes or so. So the buyback's back up on the side of cybercats. While that's happening, actually, they're not going to slow down. They're going to keep applying the pressure. The jump is forced. Force is going to be caught out position again. And this is a death of the dieback on the Rubik. 120 seconds. Naga, he's just buying out Moon Shards and giving them over to his teammates, it looks like. Yeah, one on the Storm Spirit and one on Zeneca. Funnily enough that, I mean, the Storm Spirit, as far into the game as we are, hasn't opted for a Shard or an Aghanims or something. He just wants Rapier. Please, Storm Spirit, please. I could see potentially a Rapier on Alberca. I mean, he's getting the gold towards it if he wants it. Yeah, with the, I guess, the Moonshot, extra attack speed now as well. So he's what? About 600 gold away from it. Double ground shooting for Nasvia now as well.
Looking for me?
Seneca, the refreshers are up. What are those buybacks looking like? Yeah, the Faceless Void has his. That's going to be the second lane Brax to crumble. At least the illusions, excuse me, not the illusions, the Necrobook creeps being cleaned up by the Riptide here from the Naga Siren. As they are keeping the lanes pushed out. So, Storm Spirit, you have the gold. Well, maybe not actually. Just gets rid of the bottle, but yeah. Buybacks are so important at the minute. Like the Doom, 2 minutes away. Rubik, a minute and a half away from his. Morana, 2 minutes. And God, the Doom actually bought out. What did he buy for? He still has that Hand of Midas as well. So maybe doesn't actually have the gold. And the Naga Siren did take the Giant's Ring. This is what you need. The Giant Naga Siren running all over you to end this. Inside the Roche pit we go once again, and this is going to be another free Roche going the way of X3 because no contest from Cybercats backline. Jump out. What are they going to be able to do? Get a lot of damage onto Jet Sphere is what they're going to be able to do. You get the kill onto the Hoodwink. These Naga Siren illusions. They're just so big. I don't know if the Observer saw them. But just right in front of the tier 3, just trying to click that tier 3 tower down.
It's okay. I'll give them a head start.
Yeah, Storm Spirit changes his mind now. He's going to go for the Ags instead of the Rapier. I didn't think he was going to go for the Rapier. He has that gold to buy out for the Ags if he wants to. There's the Hoodwink. That courier that you saw flying past the Naga Siren on the screen was the gem coming back. Storm, just send your courier. You have the gold for it. Maybe just doesn't want to lose his courier.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
On the bottom lane, again, Aegis. 3 lives for the Faceless Void. Naga Siren looking for the split push. Doesn't matter. I mean, this tier 2 tower is low, so he might be able to take it down with his illusions. But he does need to get himself back to base, unless he thinks the rest of his team can just delay long enough for, again, the Mantis Cells to come out, the mirror images. Rolling Thunder coming through from the base, and Natty Narwhal backlines to dive in. Did he get the Aghanims out? He actually looks like he did, yes. He's going to trade the ball left right now as well. It's 4-star 4. They've got the lockdown onto the Faceless Void. The Faceless Void still has that Aegis for a little bit. The Telekinesis being dragged back into the Doom. Chronosphere comes out, though. They've got the lockdown the song. It is only going to be the Faceless Void, and with that Aegis going, the Doom's going to be alive. He's going to be kicking. He's going to be going for a little bit more. The Doom can come out for a second time if you want to. The Doom's back onto it, and now they're diving from the Faceless Void. Again, 3 minutes left on this Aegis. He's looking for the... They need to get out of the distance now as well. Doom's going to be taken down so low, but the Chronosphere comes out. They can't be caught out in this. as the heroes from Sphere pops the BKB. Was do you want to go with that Chronosphere, that second Chronosphere to come up after the refresh? No, he doesn't want to do it. And the lockdown now as well. The Lincoln Sphere is going to be broken. Can they get the kill onto the Faceless Void? Faceless, they're trying everything to get the kill before the Chronosphere comes out. And they do. They finally take down the Faceless Void once again. Odwink has to buy himself back into this. Rolling Thunder just continues to come through. The buyback from that Faceless Void. Can they do it a third time? Do they have enough in the tank to get the kill here? And Alberca just continues 5k healthier for the Nagasar. The strength, the move speed, doesn't even need the boots. So close to Magus.
Time is money.
Another refresh for the Doom. No, actually, that was the Ex Machina. That's why I'm getting confused. Yep, Faceless Void. They get the jumping, actually. Did he get on top of it? Chronosphere comes out, catches onto 3 of them. But again, big tanky boy. The Doom has that aim disc once again. They're not going to be able to get through the health of the Doom. The drag back, the Lincoln Sphere is going to be broken. They can set up with the song. Another refresh coming through from the Ex Machina. They can just carry on going here. Again, the setup onto the Faceless Void. He is going to be dead. A 125-second death of that Faceless Void. But again, you've got to be careful because your base is being pushed into from the mid lane. From that top lane, as you can see the big creep wave on the map. So if you get these kills, get the damage out, you need to send someone back to defend here. They're going to be able to get the lockdown. The Doom coming through onto Pangolier. Pangolier, does he have that buyback? He does. He's going to be killed off. Might be able to force a few of these buybacks out now. The base, it has to be defended, but they're going to be able to get themselves on top of the Timbersaw and the buyback from the Marana. Or they get the kill into the Timbersaw. The Timbersaw's dead. Dark, Hex comes out. They have the vision. They have the bushwhack. They have the lockdown. They have the kill. He has no buyback. But the base, you have to send somebody back. You have to TP. Yeah, okay. The Hoodwink, he's going to be TPing back. He wants to save these tier 4 towers. Jess V grouping up with the Bushwhack. Doesn't have a treat to spawn just yet with that Acorn shot, but he's trying his best here. And now the Bushwhack does come through. He's going to be able to help clean up with that Deathstroke too. Wind Waker and... yeah, so really good fight. Cybercats, they're starting to believe. They're starting to think they can do it. But every single lane will be pressured in because of the lack of racks here on the side of Cybercats. Not that the Nagasaran curse. Look at this. The Rapier is up for the Nagasaran now as well. That backpack is absolutely full. The Boots of Travel coming in. He just wants to come out to the tier 3s. They want to go for this. And in fact, if they look, the Fortification comes out. Fortification is going to be coming through again. They can look to tier 4s. They can look to end the game right now. The Pangolier is going to buy back. The Doom is back up. The Refresh is back up. The Doom now as well. But without the arrows, the Doom has dived through with the Swollen Thunder now as well. What can he do against this Nagasaran? And the big tanky boy that is Zeneca here. Zeneca with 4.4k health. They just want to go straight for the tier 4s. They want to end this before the Faceless Void comes back up. Shiro Jr. with the BKB down towards the backlines. What was stolen? It's going to be Chakram coming through. Force Majeure hexed up. They're looking to end this. They want this win. They need this win. 14 seconds, but is it going to be enough time? The Faceless Void, he does have that Chronosphere as soon as he comes back alive. But the mirror images, it is going to end 75 minutes in. They came right back into the Cybercats. They are going to take the series 2-0. I genuinely thought they threw this game away. They could just not find the objectives for their lives. The buybacks, they were giving away Roshan's left, right, and center. They weren't taking the buybacks as objectives. They weren't spending them as a resource. But eventually, when that Rapier comes out for the Nagasaran, they do finally end the game 37-37 at 75 minutes. So it was a long one, but Cybercats, they finally get themselves their first win of the DPC on the board. Up against X3. So both going to be tied for series now. Cybercats, yeah, eventually could not get through the Nagasaran. The Nagasaran, if you look at the actual damage that she did, well, with the Rapier, so yeah, in the end game that would stack up. But 55k on the Doom, 52k on the Storm Spirit, 32k on Alberca. So even though he was that position 1, he was just a big tanky boy. He wasn't the actual damage dealer in the team. Jess V come in with 23k damage, 22k on the Rubik as well. So it was relying on the damage from the Doom, from the Storm Spirit to come through. And in the end, they will finally take the series 2-0. And yeah, again, going for 2 very long games here. But Cybercats, they will finally get themselves a win, a victory, and move themselves off the bottom. Well, maybe not off the bottom of the table, because it does mean now they're tied for X3. The Faceless Void was looking really good. But again, just got caught out a couple of times. The Pirate Hat on Dark. I don't know about that there, bud. I think the attack speed... I mean, Nesvia wanted the refresh on like the Lincolns from the Ex Machina. And just being able to keep himself alive that way. But yeah, in the end, cybercats, they will take their first victory here. Really good showing for them. I genuinely don't know what else to say, because you look at the graphs, the swing, it was always, even when the game ends, looking at the win probability, it was still in favor right up until the very end of X3. In fact, it was still on the X3 side, even when that ancient popped, it looks like. The net worth, everything, never really went in favor at all of cybercats, always dipping towards the wave X3. X3, for the most part, were in complete control of this game from the mid-game onwards. But yeah, not being able to get the kills onto Alberca, that really cost them 2 deaths onto the Naga Siren. I just wish they'd have grouped up as a team a little bit sooner. You know, when they forced out those 3 buybacks in the fights, they, instead of looking for the split push on to Alberca, they could have looked to, again, all 5 of them had buybacks. They could have looked to force out objectives, but in the end, they do get this win here. And maybe the Giant's Ring and the Rapier doing massive work for the side of cybercats. So that is going to be it for the day, guys. It is me done with for the day. I'm going to be back on the 16th for my final 2 casts. But for now, yeah, that's it. We got through a very long day. It's only been 2 games in each series, but they've been going for a hell of a while. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you on the 16th for 2 more games of the DPC Eastern European Division 2. But for now, bye-bye.